What's going on, guys? My name is Rio Nixil. Today I'm joined by Robino87.
What's up, y'all? What's going on, man? How's it going, Rio? You good?
Doing good. We just got back from the movie for Kingsman, The Golden Circle.
Welcome to Statesmen.
As your American cousins, we'll be working side by side.
Let's get started.
We've got brains, skills, skipping rope.
It's a lasso.
Whatever.
Now, this one is a weird one. We just watched a couple days ago the first one, Kingsman: The Secret Service.
Yes.
Which is all about the Kingsman. This one is about the Kingsman as well, but foiling a bigger plot, and they go to America and meet the Statesmen.
Which was hilarious.
Which is the American version of the Kingsmen, of course, being Americans. They got into the whiskey business, whereas the Kingsmen, they got into the clothing business.
And they make fun of them before. They were like, see, you guys don't make no money. See,
technically, alcohol makes a lot of money. It's
Yes.
a big business right there, so
Yes.
they're freaking wealthy as hell.
Yeah.
Alright, this movie was really good.
Yeah, I mean, after you told me about the first one, and
Yeah.
we watched it, and I was like,
He's never seen it before.
I never saw it. If you saw the review for it, he was telling me about it, and I saw the
Put it right
trailer,
here. Somewhere.
and I was like, man, I don't know if I really want to watch this, man. He was like, watch it. We watched it. I don't think it's going to be serious.
Yeah, you thought it was serious as hell.
But goodness gracious, so many F-bombs in that movie. Goodness
Swore a lot.
gracious.
The plot was convoluted.
Yo.
It was a really, really weird spy movie.
Yes. I call it
Secret agent.
I call it
whatever.
Spy Kids 5. That's what I call it. Literally, it is. It
I feel
literally.
like Spy Kids 5 to him.
That's what it is.
And this was very similar. This has everyone reprising their role. We have Colin Firth reprising his role as Harry Hart eventually. We have Taron Egerton reprising his role as Eggsy. Even Edward Hallcroft comes back as Charlie. He's been modified. He was a exile. He failed the Kingsman exams.
Right.
So he was sent away and became a normal person, but we thought.
He's a punk, pretty much.
He's
He was
a
a
punk.
punk.
He's a bad. And Mark Strong comes back as Merlin.
Right.
And we have a bunch of new people here, which we'll introduce a little later when it comes down to it. But one of the things I have to mention is Elton John. Elton John plays Elton John in this, and it's hilarious.
He does a phenomenal job, man. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was thinking, oh my gosh, here we go. He's gonna put a celebrity.
He's
in
the very definition of a disgruntled hostage.
Yo. And he was in it a lot, though. I really thought he was gonna be in it for like maybe 2
He
minutes.
played a
but
decent role
he
too.
played a decent role, man. He was in there.
He is the main villain's prisoner. She took advantage of the in the first movie when Samuel L. Jackson, who played Valentine, was kidnapping all these big time people to get them to buy the chips and all that stuff. It was a really weird story. But she took advantage of everyone going missing to steal Elton John for her personal uses. She liked his music and just whatever. She had a strange 50s complex. She redesigned the whole ancient ruins to become like a 50s diner street thing. It was really weird. She had a diner, bowling alley, theater, and all that stuff. 50s. Anyway, Poppy is played by Julianne Moore. She does really well as a psychopathic villain.
Yeah,
I
I know she plays as like this motherly, like, how's it going?
She kills people, smiling about it.
Yeah, I know.
and
She
wears a poodle skirt and all the stuff, or whatever dress.
It was a lot of sickening stuff she was doing.
Oh, it was funny.
It was just
funny.
oh god.
Theater groaned.
Let's just say if you have a weak stomach, do not watch this.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Ooh, there was a part of the movie. We'll talk about that later. There's a part of the movie.
Anyway.
I was like, oh.
This overall story follows as a plot unveils to destroy the Kingsmen, and it succeeds mostly. They kill all the Kingsmen, wipe out every single agent, every single bunker, every single house they have.
Right.
Eggsy, who was not in the house all that time, he was off at dinner with his new girlfriend, or not new, but his girlfriend since the last movie's parents. He's meeting his parents. Who, if you remember from the last movie, he began dating Princess Tilde.
Yes, the one that was you can do it in my what?
Yeah,
Which
at the end
I
of the
was in
movie.
shock.
At the end of the movie, I love
I'm
that.
in
That was funny.
shock that he's
They
dating
started
her.
dating.
I did not see that coming because I was like, I thought he was just gonna smash and be done with it. I never
I
thought.
thought so too. I didn't think they had a
was
relationship
like,
out of it.
I didn't think so either. That was crazy.
So apparently, then Merlin somehow survived because he wasn't an agent. So his house wasn't on the roster.
Yeah, on the roster, the actual radar where the missiles were blowing.
So he was an actual agent, so he didn't get blown up. He didn't get killed from the plan. So him, Merlin, and Eggsy have to, or Galahad is his real name, his call name, I guess at this point, have to doomsday scenario. They're trying to figure out what's going on. And they discover a Statesman whiskey bottle with a Kingsman logo on it.
Yeah.
We don't know the whole thing. Apparently, they had a crossover at some point in the during the founding father era and all that stuff. So they go to America to investigate.
Yeah.
Where they meet all the other statesmen.
Yeah.
Who are secret agents just as them. They have biometric scanners, technology, jets, a lot more money, a lot more funding.
Very country.
Very country. They all have cowboy hats. It's like all whiskey and all alcohol drinkers. And whereas the Kingsmen have King Arthur names like Galahad, Lancelot.
Oh yeah.
The statesmen have alcohol names.
There was whiskey. There was
champagne or
tequila.
Tequila.
He was like
ginger ale.
Agent Tequila. I was like, "Oh, you serious?" All right, who's the next Agent Tequila?
Agent Tequila is played by Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
You think he have a big role, but he doesn't.
He really doesn't.
He walks up, plays badass, he's taken out, and that's it. You see him periodically down there lying in bed.
Yeah.
That's it. And he wakes up in the end. What'd I miss?
Yeah.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious when that happens, but he doesn't play that big a role as we thought.
Yeah, that was great.
Especially in the trailers. You see him in the trailers. He's a big thing in the trailers.
Yeah. Well, it's Channing Tatum. A lot of women love him. So.
Yeah. They go there. The Kingsmen, the remaining Kingsmen, they go there, and these statesmen are holding Harry Hart, or the previous Galahad, because apparently in the first movie he got shot through the eye.
Right.
And apparently, the whole church scene where he killed everyone, the hate church and all that stuff, if you remember that scene, was in America, of course.
Yeah.
But the statesmen registered the call, or whatever was going on. The signal was released, so they released some agents to investigate what happened. Yeah. They found Harry Hart dead or dying, so they did a head repair thing, because they didn't have technology to repair you if you get a headshot done to you.
Which, if that was real, it would be a lot of
survival. That'd be amazing.
That'd be a lot of survival.
So they bring him back. He lost an eye, but they bring him back. They help him. He still has amnesia and all that stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't remember.
So the two Kingsmen help him regain his memory. They go on a mission to stop Poppy, who is releasing drugs. Yeah. Laced drugs with a chemical.
Right.
To make everyone die. Right. It's not a very good plan. The president had a counter-proposal plan, which he tried to engage.
He pretty much wanted to... He was like, you know what? I get rid of two problems. I get rid of all the druggies and all this stuff if she does this, and I get rid of her. Which was I was like, whoa.
Recreational drug use, in her opinion, was the biggest business in the world. Yeah. She was the richest woman in the world, but she couldn't do it because she has all the drugs. Yeah. So she laced every single one of her drugs with this chemical to make you a virus that would kill you in like a certain amount of days. At different stages. Right. Then she released her plan a hostage situation. Everyone who has drugs can be cured if you legalize my drugs. Yeah. Legalize drugs, make me a proper businesswoman, like that. The president said, "Hell no."
Yeah, I know. It's like,
just let all the druggies die.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh yeah,
you kill your own people off."
Yeah, he had this big old cage. He had this big old dorm. No, it was like a stadium.
Yeah,
it was a stadium. And he had all the cages of people either dying or sick. Like some people were already dying.
Yeah, in various stages of the virus killing them off. So, of course, the statesmen stopped. Or statesmen and Kingsmen to combine together. There's resources and agents, mostly Kingman agents, to stop the plan. They succeed. They saved. I won't go into too much further. I don't want to spoil the entire movie for you. Exactly. Just a little bit. Just some of it. I don't want to go into too much. There are some spoilers. There are some issues going on that I haven't mentioned. But we'll leave that up for you to watch yourself. Right. So, all the actors, all the music, and everything. What did you rate this movie?
It was hard. I actually, like I said, I feel like this movie, both of the movies together, is like Spy Kids. And the reason why I say that, if you remember have you seen Spy Kids 2?
I think it's been so long they all blend together. I think.
If you really think about it, think of the villain, right? Remember in Spy Kids 2?
The one with the hand, dude.
What?
The guy who makes the hand people?
Yeah. No, what are you talking about? Making hand people.
His minions are big hands.
No, that's Spy Kids 1.
Spy Kids 1? Oh, okay.
Spy Kids 2 is when they go on this island with all these animals and all this stuff. He's like a professor or something. He has all these islands and stuff. That's why it reminds me of Spy Kids. Think about it. She has the same thing. She has all this stuff.
She made her own little world.
She made her own little world, pretty much. Same thing as Spy Kids. The same thing. If you look at the graphics, the way Spy Kids have it, they're all like dramatic with it. It's like the pauses. The little. You remember Spy Kids? They have those little pauses. and stuff. You
Everything.
remember that?
300 had those too. The slowdowns and the action sequences.
But this one was a little bit really super dramatic, like super duper dramatic. Like if you really,
I love the fight scenes of this because
Yeah.
the way the camera flows around and moves while they're fighting.
That's what I'm
That was
saying.
pretty fun. I like that though.
But I like it too. But that's what I'm saying though. If you look at
But-
Spy Kids in that, it's very.
It does
similar.
make the fight scenes feel very choreographed.
Yes.
Very choreographed. Like they're doing it on purpose and things
Yeah.
had to be planned perfectly for it to go like that.
Which was good. I like Exby how he was doing things though. Exby was killing it. Exby was jumping up here. And I like those scenes. I love them. They're very dramatic.
The final firefight scene with Eggsy and Harry fighting against
Yeah.
Poppy and her forces and all that
Yeah.
stuff. That was pretty well
was really
choreographed,
good.
well done. Very violent.
Yeah.
People
Very.
being
Oh yeah.
impaled, people exploding. It was really, really violent. A good scene to watch. I enjoyed
Yeah.
myself watching that. It was fun.
So I'm gonna give this movie.
Yep.
It was very hard to do. I was gonna give it a 7.5. Really was gonna do it. I really was. But I'm gonna just give it an 8. I'm gonna give it a solid 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm really. It's a good movie. Now I will say this though. I
bad.
still wouldn't buy it on DVD if I wasn't a movie reviewer. You know, which I am. I am a movie reviewer. But if I wasn't a movie reviewer, it wouldn't be on my radar. It just wouldn't. I tried. It's just not on my radar. I wouldn't go, oh, I need the Kingsman movies in my DVD collection. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But I will rent it on Redbox if I really, 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 really am desperate to watch a movie. That's how good it was for me.
Adversely, I wanted to see this movie. I seen
Yeah.
the first one. I was excited about it. When I saw Kingsman Gold Circle, I was giddy. I saw it in theaters. The first trailer, I was like, yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean,
I was excited for it.
like I said, you told me about it. I was like,
Yeah,
oh
I
my
informed him,
gosh.
and we wanted to watch it. I wanted him to watch the first one before we watched
Yeah.
the new version because I want him to know what was going on and be as excited as I was,
Which
he
I
wasn't
did.
really. But
Which I'm glad I did, because if I didn't, I will be so confused right now. I'll be sitting there like, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? I would have been confused if you didn't tell me about it. Like, I would have been, like, literally, like, what is going on? Why are they cussing? I thought this was Spy Kids.
now, I'm gonna rate this movie about the same as you, an 8.
8, yeah, okay.
But it's all really high. The music was really funny, especially Elton John scenes, the way he acts, the way his
no.
music. He plays music. He parodies of his own music. Like Saturday,
Yeah.
he plays Wednesday,
yeah.
which was funny. I enjoyed that.
His
It was a funny
outfit
little
was,
thing.
his outfit, though, I was like,
He's always like that. He always wears
really?
really
Oh, yeah, he
flamboyant
does
outfits.
do that, yeah.
But anyway, the one reason I rated it better than an 8, 8's pretty high.
Yeah,
But the reason I didn't rate it so any higher than that was the story itself.
I agree.
It was a very
Yeah.
convoluted story. It was it felt like the way they ended it, they had to end it because they wrote themselves not Deus Ex Machina. Is it Deus Ex Machina? Whatever. But they wrote themselves to a hole and they just had to find some way to end it.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, though, about that, though. I just feel like, I mean, it's a comedy, so you can't... I never heard of a good comedy ending story. Like, I can see it being funny, but that's what... I mean, but I do agree, though. The story's always... I wasn't really expecting... After watching the first one, I wasn't expecting the story to be so good.
It felt like there was an underlying theme here. Like
Yeah.
they legalize drugs and all that stuff.
It's pretty much very...
I don't really know
very
Matthew
generic.
Vaughn's whole take on all this stuff. Maybe it was like a propaganda film, maybe,
Yeah,
but it was very good.
It was very generic.
I'm not sure.
Very
it generic?
generic. It's very generic. It's like, oh, this is happening, drugs, let's go save the world type thing. Was it really?
There's so many spy movies you can have. It's either drug cartels, multi-million-dollar drug cartels, a lot of money, but still drug cartels.
Yeah.
Or some other illegal action. Maybe they're trying to start a World War III or World War II, which kind of what Valentine was trying to do. Was trying to end the world. So that's
That was...
massive villains doing really out-of-the-way plots.
Well, I would say she was trying to end the world. I think she was trying to control the world.
She was she was very selfish. She wanted to
Yeah.
be in the spotlight,
Yeah.
to my opinion. Valentine felt like he was doing good. He was trying to kill off the world so he can reduce global warming, but he also wanted to be in charge of the people.
Right.
Valentine Corporation, I'm in charge of... It's a lot easier to control several hundred
That
thousand
is-
people than it is to control several billion people.
That is true. I never think of it like that. You
But
are right about
his plan
that.
would have worked, and reducing the population would reduce global warming or help something like that, whatever.
Yeah. With her, it was all about, I want to make a lot of money and be in control.
Yeah.
That's what it was all about.
I'll cure everyone as long as you legalize it and make me in the spotlight, and I'm the richest woman in the world. That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, shoot. I mean, I don't really blame... Well, I mean, I'm not condoning what she's doing, but I don't blame her. You know what I'm saying? When you done all this stuff and, you know, as a human being, you're going to be bored sooner or later. Like, I got all this money. I got my own island.
The reason I brought
control
up that
people.
whole... It felt like a propaganda film.
Yeah.
Was at the end, after they foiled the plot, the people who did the drug came forward and said, some people can handle without. Some people need chemical dependence on drugs to cope and all that stuff. And that's okay, is what she said. That's okay. We're gonna actually arrest this guy for trying to get us all killed and all this stuff because we do this. We make mistakes, stuff like that.
But
so
it really
felt like he was trying to do some sort of underlying message.
Yeah, it really. Yeah, matter of fact, I didn't. Yeah, because you're right. Because look what the president's doing now. You know, he's kind of. Well, obviously he's not doing that, but if that ever happened, that'd be scary. Like, you know, just give up on us. Like, okay, well, you know what? They're bad people anyway. You know, I mean, it's not even just the president, it's just the government, period. You know, matter of fact, that's what I want to talk about. There's actually something going on, and I don't know which state. But if you overdose on any type of drug, they're not saving you. They're not helping you. I don't know which state it was, but they're starting to do that, and it made me think. Well, after watching this movie, like that may actually happen all around the United States because they're doing it. And I don't know which state it was, but there's a state. I don't know. I'll look it up again. But there's
I never even heard of that.
Yeah. There's a state that says that if you overdose on drugs, the ambulance is not coming to rescue you. They're not coming. They're not coming to because they feel like it's a waste of money. And I'm like, so when I heard that and I thought about this, I'm like,
it's very similar to this movie. As they use drugs.
That's what I'm saying.
They're trash. They don't deserve to be saved. Is what this movie was.
And that's what made me think about that. Like, wow, like, and it's happening now. I don't know which state, but it's happening right now. So just think every state started doing that. You know, and then make you do think though, like, should people be saved? Should we not save them?
It's far more philosophical, far more intense decision and thought process that we need to have in a movie review about a comedy.
Yeah. Well, that's
so we'll leave that to the comment section below or to another video. This is getting kind of deep now.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, it's just this movie, actually, if it was comedy, I wanted to say something about it. I want to know in the comments below how you feel about that type of stuff. Even though, yes, it was a funny movie, if you have seen it, you know.
Some underlying, just like the first one, global warming and all that stuff. This is some underlying issues and underlying themes going on that were present throughout the movie, but took it back to the overall story. But they were still there. Like trying to send us a message. Similar to the first one.
Yeah, so, I mean, hey, man. Please let me know in the comments below how you feel about that.
Yeah,
man. If that ever happened, like if you have a family member that's overdosed on drugs and they decide not to save them, you know, how would you feel? Like, I mean, I don't know how I would feel.
I'm not for drug use, but I'm also not against people who do drugs because they need. I don't know their story, so I can't really judge them based on that.
That's
so
right.
Anyway.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, it's something to think about, man. I mean, even though this was a comedy, man, it made me think about that.
I'm gonna change the music and start playing some somber tones right now because it's kind of took a downturn here. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for watching this episode. We both rated an 8. It's not very often we actually team up on a rating here. We enjoyed the movie immensely, or at least I did. I laughed quite a bit. It was a really good comedy.
It was really funny, yes.
The graphics were decent and really okay. The story was the one thing that I didn't like, only because it was so convoluted, and the underlying themes were kind of, like I said, made you think like we got. So, thank you for joining me.
Hey, man, no problem, dog. No problem, man. Yeah.
You want to plug yourself here?
Oh yeah, go check out Bobino 87. Have a trailer reaction for Better Watch Out, and Kiki's Delivery just went up, and I have a couple top 5s up there, and hopefully more videos are coming soon. So check it out. Let me know how you feel.
Sounds good. I'd like to thank y'all for watching this episode. Thank you for joining me today, Rubino.
No problem, dog.
I hope to see y'all next time.
Hey, man. Later.
Bye.
Peace out.
We're from the Kingsman tailor shop in London. Maybe you've heard of us?
Manners maketh man.